So a quick look at the voltage hacking devices for the CRZ. I've been working on these for the last couple of days. Obviously you've seen the lithium pack is already in and working very well in the standard voltage 48 cell configuration, and the car is now back to brand new OEM performance with optimized temperature, etc. So it's giving me the full 13 kilowatts of assist, etc., and 10 kilowatts or whatever it was of regeneration. So it's very, very lively, and the state of charge usable now is 75% compared to the 34% I had before. So that's all working very well. So now I've added another pack in, another 24 cells, which brings the total up to 72. And as you saw from yesterday's very brief video, I tested the voltage falling devices, and the car accepted the first half of the pack, which was plus 30 volts. So you can see the two devices here. I'll just explain it to you. So the first one we have, if you remember the two red wires that came out of the battery pack, I don't mean the big high current ones, I mean the little ones from the BCM Fooler resistor matrix. They go to this now, and this is basically just a little multi-way switch device so that I can switch in different values of components to achieve the hacking. If I press the S1 and turn all the others off, then it's just OEM mode. The stain voltages I'm currently using, obviously switch 2 is plus 30, which is the one I tested yesterday, which worked okay on the drive. I've not been for a test drive yet. And S3 is going to be the plus 60 volt test, which I'm going to do later on today. So this just makes it all much safer, because this is there is a high voltage, although there are lots of high value resistors in this, there is a high voltage coming in here. So putting it in this nice little plastic box just makes it all that little bit safer and neater. So that's that device there. So I'm going to install that in due course. So then we've got the other one, which is the other voltage hacking device. And obviously again I've just put it in this, looking through my selection of ABS boxes, electronic project boxes, and I've decided to put it in this one. It's just a little box basically, and again this has got some jumpers on. It's got two jumpers here. So if you take this off, so there's no jumpers on there like that, that's OEM mode. If I put the jumper on the top two pins here, it becomes the plus 30 volt mode, and the bottom two pins, it becomes the plus 60 volt mode. So you can see I've got the jumper on the plus 60 volt because that's what I'm going to be trying shortly. So when I go to the rolling road, this is going to make it much easier for me to do mods in a short period of time. So I need just, once I've done one run on the rolling road at perhaps the OEM lithium setting to get a line for that, then I can just leap out, adjust the jumpers, and just reconnect the cables for the plus 60 volt section, or the plus 60 volt rolling road test, and then we'll get some figures from that if it works. So that's where we are today, tidying up the modification devices, making it simpler to use, and I'm going to hopefully try the 60 volts shortly, although the weather's not particularly great here, and then if the car accepts that on the drive without throwing any errors, then I'll go with a test drive on the plus 60 volt setting, which is basically plus 50% power compared to the standard IMA. So if you think we're getting 13 kilowatts already, so half of that is what, 6.5. So another 6.5 kilowatts on top of that takes us to just around our 20 kilowatt figure that we were aiming for. So that's where we are at the moment.